Very close, very close.
That he has a verbal agreement now with Real Madrid to earn about 20 million euro top salary with a long-term contract, as we heard, 6 years. So very close.
20 million. 20 million a year. Fabrizio Romano is not playing games. I promise you that. Sorry, Florentino Perez is not playing games.
Close is,
Okay, Jude Bellingham to Real Madrid. Is it happening? Is it not happening? Who better than the GOAT himself to let us know about it, Fabrizio Romano? But yeah, it won't just be about Jude Bellingham. It will be also about other players. But of course, getting that scoop, that main information on Jude Bellingham is going to be very, very crucial for this upcoming summer transfer window, as we are less than a month away from the big transfer window. Without wasting any more time, guys, let's get straight into it. As per usual, I'll leave the link to Fabrizio, the GOAT, in the description if you're not going back to him afterwards.
And so guys, welcome back here on the channel with Fabrizio, and today with a special guest, as I wanted to enter into the toast about Jude Bellingham. We know this transfer to Real Madrid is really close. Not completely.
Yo, wait. Sorry. Before we start, I can't lie. I'm excited for Jude Bellingham, man. I can't lie. Yo, Jude Bellingham in the midfield with Tranemi and Camavinga. Oh my god. Jude Bellingham as the 8th box-to-box midfielder, Tranemi as the excellent 6th that he is, and then Camavinga as the other technically gifted 8 that can start play balls in the final third. This midfield is amazing. It is amazing, and I'm really excited for it. And hopefully, I've not watched this video yet. Hopefully, Fabrizio gives us the good news. And if Bellingham does go to Real Madrid, Florentino Perez, this guy needs to go down in history as the most important man in Real Madrid. Let's carry on.
Close. And today I wanted to enter into kind of special Bellingham episodes with one of the journalists and a good friend who did an excellent job on Bellingham, as always, along the years at Borussia Dortmund. And so Patrick Berger from Sport 1 is here with us. Ciao, Patrick.
Ciao Fabrizio, come stai? Bene?
Congrats on your Italian. I'm very, very good. And again, congrats on your job you did for many years around Borussia Dortmund in general, German football, and in this case, Jude Bellingham, because now the big transfer is finally coming. No, we heard about this transfer for many and many times, also last summer, and always around Jude Bellingham, as he's a fantastic player. So I wanted to start asking you, how do you feel about this transfer in terms of how close it is right now? And then we enter into the reasons of his choice.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, first of all, Jude, for the credits. I just tried to keep on working like you did in the past or doing. So thanks for this. I think it's very close right now. We all knew you were some of the first to call it out.
Very close, very close.
That he has a verbal agreement now with Real Madrid to earn about 20 million euro top salary with a long-term contract, as we heard, 6 years. So very close.
20 million. 20 million a year. Fabrizio Romano is not playing games. I promise you that. Sorry, Florentino Perez is not playing games.
His father with Juni Calafat, the kind of guy who is doing this stuff with Real Madrid. But the next huge step is to find a solution with Borussia Dortmund, and that's what we heard from the Borussia Dortmund side. It's still
That's going to be the hard side. Getting Bellingham aboard was hard, but not the hardest thing in the world. Saying it's Real Madrid. It's Real Madrid and a lot of money. As a young player, who does not want that? But Dortmund are a very stubborn club. They've been excellent in the transfer market for the last few years. So the mission is going to be for Real Madrid to convince Dortmund and to come up with a decent price for Bellingham.
No official approach, no offer went in Dortmund, but they expect that it's going to happen soon. Borussia Dortmund is in a crucial time now to win maybe the title in Germany after 2012. So big things coming ahead for Borussia Dortmund. So what we heard, Real Madrid want to respect it. They don't want to make any trouble with Borussia Dortmund. But we all know from the other side that Florentino Perez is a good friend of Hans-Joachim Watzke, the CEO of Borussia Dortmund, and I think that they're going to find a solution. But of course, Real Madrid should have to pay a huge amount, 150 million euro. Is that what Borussia Dortmund wants to see?
Oh. Yeah, and I 100% agree on all the things you say, but I also wanted to ask you on another point that I think is a crucial point of this story. Why Real Madrid? So we know that Bellingham said yes to Real Madrid. There is an agreement on the contract. Everything is ready on the player side.
Fabrizio, come on, it's Madrid.
But why Real Madrid? Because you always mentioned that he wanted kind of historical club, no? A club with a big history, with also, for example, the fans and these kind of factors to be a crucial point. Why? And if you can tell more about this to us.
Yeah, of course. This is what I told you always, that he wants to or don't want to go to a kind of plastic club. He's someone who loves to, loves to see a passion in the whole city. In like he played in the past for Birmingham. This is a worker club with a big history, with worker kind of fans, a worker city. The whole, or the same with Borussia Dortmund, the city Dortmund. People are crazy with Borussia Dortmund. And so this is something like he wants to see in his future as well. He wants to, I don't know, have a big relationship with the fans. It's incredible what he's doing at Dortmund. He has like special effects with the fans. They shouting and celebrating. They cheering after him. Jude, Jude. These are the big shouts in Signal Iduna Park. You hear it every Saturday. This is like kind of crazy thing, and he decided for himself, he and also his family, they are very, very important. Joby, his brother, of course, Mark, his father, Denise, she's living in Dortmund with him since now 3 years. So for them, they, I don't know, decided for themselves as a family that they don't want to go to some clubs like plastic clubs that are ruled by sheikhs like Manchester City, like owners from a big country like Paris Saint-Germain, or maybe Chelsea with manager Todd Bowley, who has like, I would say, a kind of crazy transfer strategy. So he wants to see like clear football with a clear philosophy, a big historical club. So I think it would be a perfect thing with Real Madrid and a perfect fit.
Yeah, and also about that, we know that Manchester City, I think more than other clubs, no, because Man United, of course, all the clubs around Europe appreciate the player, but I think Manchester City and Liverpool are the two clubs that were really in the race to sign Bellingham because of Man United club sale, and this is not helping, of course, in the timing. Also, other reasons around other clubs, as you mentioned, Chelsea have signed Enzo Fernandez, and so I don't see any kind of big transfer for that money in that position. Maybe something different, yes, but not for that money. I wanted to ask you, what was your feeling when Liverpool and Man City also approached the player, and if Erling Haaland was also trying to convince him? So I think this is normal in football, no? Of course, players are not agents, but sometimes they send messages, they call the friends.
Of course, Agent Haaland. I think it was the same like with Manuel Akanji. In summer, Erling tried everything to get Manuel Akanji. He said to Pep and other people around City, hey, you have to buy this guy. He's a top defender, and you see it now. So I would say, of course, not bad. Of course, it's like quite the same with Bellingham. They all try it. They all try to persuade, to convince him. He was like, what I heard, very interested also in joining Liverpool, in joining the concept of Jürgen.
Thank God! Thank God he didn't join Liverpool. Oh, thank God he did not join Liverpool. That would have been picked for us, man. Yo, but I thought he was going to Liverpool. I truly thought that.
Big fan of
Thank God he didn't.
Jude Bellingham, but very early they told everyone it's too expensive for us, the total package. We need a reinforcement in summer with 2 or 3 players in the midfield. So it's too much for them to, to buy him for 150 million euro. And with City, I told it's not the kind of club he wants. And what I heard also, his father, Mark Bellingham, he's like very critical with Manchester City. So I would say it's gonna be Real Madrid, but I don't know.
Him going to City, yes, he would help the team. But if you look at Real Madrid, a team that's in that transition place, where Bellingham will get to play with Toni Kroos and Luka Modric, where he'll be able to grow along Traname and Camavinga, as I've talked about before. Then you've got Vinny and Rodrigo as well, 2 young players. You know what I'm saying? That's the best project for Bellingham that is out there. With City, yes, he can get in the team, but, you know, with all the talent he has there, I don't really know if Bellingham starts week in and week out. Is he going to take over Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan, Rodri? I don't think so. So Real Madrid is a better option for him. The other good option for him, you know, would be Liverpool. I think Liverpool is the probably even better than Real Madrid because they are in a desperate need of a midfielder. But do you want to play Liverpool where you get to play alongside Fabinho and Henderson, or play alongside Luka Modric? It's a no-brainer. I'd like to think so. Okay. Then the third option for him would have been a club like Man United, who need another midfielder at 8 with Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes. Bellingham would start straight away. But yeah, again, you're going to be in a club with the likes of Harry Maguire and Phil Jones. No. You're going to be in a club like Real Madrid. That's the best option for him. Is the best project for Bellingham.
Fabrizio, what your kind of view is, we know also that United try to, I don't know if they try to hijack, but they are also a club thinking about him and also...
Yo, that's like, I'm serious now. Let's give the man his flowers, man. Wrong scene. What did I just say? Do I know ball? Let me know in the comments, man. What did I just say?
Club, when we look back 3 years ago, he was like close to join them also. It was a decision between United and Borussia Dortmund. He was at Carrington with Cantona, with Sir Alex Ferguson. He was at Carrington, Man United, you bottle club, man. We should have signed him. Should have. He was at Carrington already. My days. Like the training ground and so on. So I don't know if this could something interesting in the past for him, in the future for him, but I think it's too much money for them, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. And now with Real Madrid in that position, I think they have an incredible match point, no? So it's kind of match point. This is the feeling also, for example, at Man City, that now it's going to be very difficult to change the story, but we know in the transfer market, we never know until the contracts are signed, but the feeling is very clear for Real Madrid. Before letting you go, I have 2 final questions for you to enter into the world of Jude Bellingham. The first one is about Jude himself. If you can tell us more about Jude behind the scenes, how is Jude as you leave Borussia Dortmund every single day, every single week on a daily basis with quality job, and so how is the Jude Bellingham guy, not just the Jude Bellingham player? How do you feel when you see him? How did you change it in this year at Borussia Dortmund?
Yeah, when I look back 3 years ago, everyone said, hey, he's 16 years old. They pay around 25 million euro for 16 years old. And we all knew the story of Birmingham retiring his jersey. and I was like, okay, for a 16 years old guy, it's crazy, isn't it? First of all, I want to see him playing. I want to make my own like feeling. Yeah, and I don't know, 3 years later, I must say it's outrageous. His performances is crazy. It's just one of the best midfielders so far. He's the 3rd captain at Borussia Dortmund after Marco Reus and Mats Hummels with 19 years old. And there's a very good sentence from Edin Terzic, the manager, the coach of Borussia Dortmund. He says every time Jude is the eldest 19 years old I knew. So he's very, very, like on point with this kind of sentence. But of course, there are some kind of Jude was like beefing in the past with players like Axel Witsel, the former Borussia Dortmund player, in the dressing room when it's like on tactical things. He's sometimes a bit rude and unpolite when it's going to like Nico Schulz. He was like shouting after him at the or on the pitch. So he had like some troubles, like some moments with the team.
He's passionate. He cares, as you just said. It's not like him like misbehaving, coming late to training, eating junk food, Dembele, things like that. Being unprofessional is he's so passionate about the game. For example, the thing with Witzel. You're discussing tactics with the game, trying to find the best way to win the game. If you've played football before, you've had arguments with your players before. I knew one of my good friends in football. I was a striker. He was a midfielder. We used to clash heads all the time. I wanted the ball more. He was telling me to move better, but it was just part of the game. You're passionate about the game, trying to find the best options possible in the game. And with Bellingham, it's not bad behavior. It's just passion within the game. He's a young player. He needs to improve that. That's another reason why him going to Real Madrid is going to be good for him. Is he going to shout at Modric? Can you imagine him shouting at Modric? Modric will, you know what I'm saying? is definitely Real Madrid is definitely the move for him.
Players, of
But
course.
again, as I'm hearing, it's not bad behavior. It's just he's passionate about the game and he wants the best for himself and the team.
Emre Can said in the past, he sometimes need to, I don't know, change a bit his attitude, need to be more like a team player. Sometimes he is like someone who wants to do everything alone. These are some points he really needs to improve. He needs to adapt especially when he gonna join a big club with Real Madrid, where he's just not the one and only star. He is like with players then with Modric, with Kroos, with Benzema.
What did I just say?
So he needs to adapt, and these are some things like he needs to change his mind. But on the other hand, you can say it's a good kind of personality because he hates to lose. He always wants to win. And
passion.
He was never.
The word is passion.
At the training, not like with Jadon Sancho, for example, who was always too late coming to the training and stuff like this. So he's like a top guy and very honest, and sometimes a kind of rude. I don't know how we often. When I talked to him, I heard the sentence or the word fuck. So this is like the Birmingham kind of accent he's using.
And then the final one is an opinion, I would say, not a transfer news, but just an opinion, because I always had a feeling that one day Erling Haaland and Jude Bellingham will play together again. Do you have the same feeling? So if you can predict that, it's just putting €1 kind of odd on that. It's not it's not a transfer prediction, but you feel that when it will happen. I don't know if in Madrid or wherever else. I don't know. We will see in the future. But you have a feeling that Jude and Erling will be together again.
Yeah, I think so. If Jude decides now to really join them, Real Madrid, and if
Haaland to Madrid,
transfer, one of the biggest, I think in the summer,
300 million
to happen, then I would say, why not? Because we all know that Erling, that Real Madrid is like here on the top for him. He's dreaming, of course, he and his father, to play there in the future. So why not? I can really imagine to see them both playing at Real Madrid, to mention this club. I think you have the same feeling, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to be in Madrid, or we will see, because Erling is very happy at City now. So we have to see how it will evolve. But I agree with you that there is a very good chance for them to play together, also because they are big friends. And so we hope to see these two fantastic players together. But Patrick, thank you. Guys, remember to follow him also on Twitter, on
Shout
Instagram,
to Fabrizio and Patrick, man.
He's doing an excellent job.
W video, entertaining, informational. Let me see these guys, man.
Not only. And thank you, Patrick.
Thank you, Fabrizio.
Well, super pleasure, guys. Remember, as always, to be here on the channel, to subscribe, to send in your comments. And
again, as per usual, I'll leave the link to the Fabrizio channel so you can go subscribe to him and show him some love afterwards. And please, if you enjoy this type of content, subscribe, let me know in the comments, like this video, and I'll see you guys very, very soon.